everyone, it's your friend Think Noodles, and welcome to Ask Think episode number 71 for Monday, October 14th, 2013. And you guys are probably wondering how many comments were on last week's video, and it was so close to the record again, 5,686. And funnily enough, 3 people got the closest, and that's the first time I think that's happened, and all 3 of them guessed one comment off, one comment over actually, and that was 3 Pink CP, Tappy CP Cheats, and Christian Castellanos with 5,689. Good job, guys. Now, before we get to the questions, a few comments about this Ask Think and the next one and the next one. So in one of the next 2 Ask Thinks, it will be the one with my wife, and those will be while I'm on vacation because I am leaving this Friday to go to Grand Cayman and then following up with Disney World and Minecon at the end, and I won't actually be back in New York until Monday, November 4th. Now, don't worry, you guys won't really notice because I will have 1 to 2 videos every single day. Don't worry about that. You guys won't miss me a bit, but I'll miss you. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is in this video, some of the comments from this video will go into the next Ask Think and the one after that. But in the video with my wife and the one after that, it's going to be, basically it's going to skip a week. I will include comments from all of them and I will look at all of them. But what I'm trying to say is just because you put it on this week's Ask Think and you don't see it in next week's or the week after that, doesn't mean it's not coming. It may come on the November 4th one, etc., etc. Hard to explain, but I think you guys get it. So before we get to the questions, make sure to leave your question in the comments below so I have something to answer in the next couple of weeks. Now remember, only 1 question per comment, but you can leave as many comments as you like. Also, if the comments on this Ask Think are closed, please go to the most recent Ask Think video and ask your question there. Now, on to the questions, and the first one is from CT Productions 409, and it's about my Facecam video that was on Saturday, and it says, will you be doing a Facecam more after the first look for your games? No. You know, the vlog Facecam thing was to let you guys know what I look like for Minecon. And I have a couple of follow-up questions about that, just the most common questions on the Facecam video. But one of them was, are you going to include Facecams in the corners of your videos? No, I won't. And there's a couple of reasons. One is because I don't really like them myself on Minecraft videos. I don't think it adds anything to the content, so I don't want to put it on mine. Second, some people opted not to watch the Facecam because they want to leave it to their imagination what I look like, and they don't want to spoil it. So if I were to put my Facecam on videos, it would either 1, spoil it if someone accidentally watched it, or 2, it would exclude those people from watching my content because they didn't want to spoil their imagination. And I don't want to take that away from you guys, so I am not going to be putting that on my Minecraft videos. Now for the next part. This was a common question. I don't know. I didn't realize they were so white, but as I watched the video back, they do look pretty white. So anyway, Christopher Bahari asked, how do you get your teeth so white? I brush them. I take care of my teeth as much as I can, but yeah, I brush my teeth quite a lot, or, you know, few times a day like you're supposed to, and I just guess I was blessed with white teeth. Jesse is a Messy asked, and a few other people asked, a lot of people asked, why did you wear a hat during your live stream? Well, I like the hat, and I figured that if I were to wear a hat at Minecon, not that many people are going to wear hats. So you guys would see the hat, and it'd be really easy to see me because I don't know how crowded that place is going to be, and you may not see the shirt, but you'll see the hat above everyone's heads, so I figured that was an easier way for you guys to identify me if you weren't close enough to see my shirt. Now, a bunch of people noticed that I got verified on YouTube. Hooray, guys! Problem solved. So from now on, if you see a comment on a video and there's no check mark next to it, that wasn't me. That means on my videos, that means on anybody else's videos. If there's no check mark next to my name, that's not me. That's someone impersonating me. And if there is a check mark, that's me. Lover LVS asks, do you always post Ask Think videos on Mondays? Yes, I do every single Monday. It's always a Monday and it's every single week. And another thing that happened along with my verified checkmark and my username getting verified is I got new channel art. I've been waiting a very, very long time, and finally the artist John B, and that's JB Drawing, who did my avatar a while ago. You guys may remember when I got that. He did the channel art and it's amazing. It's got Kopi eating noodles, and I've got this new thing noodles logo that I'm in love with, and I'm so happy. What a huge week for my channel. I also hit 150,000 subs. I mean, wow, this is like a crazy week for me on YouTube. Tommy Yu says, think I try to link you in my featured channels, but it goes to the wrong channel. Okay, I can explain that. And this is for any of you guys who want to include me in your featured channels or favorites, or you know that thing on the upper right hand corner, friends, whatever, that thing. What you need to do is type Insiders Network into there, and the reason for that is because I originally started my channel as Insiders Network and used Google Plus to change it to Think Noodles because that made the most sense. And I can't actually change my username on YouTube. YouTube doesn't allow that. So when you want to put me in the featured channels, you have to put Insiders Network, which is my actual username here on YouTube, and it'll go to the right channel. The HD Kings asks, why do you still have the Insiders Network intro on your old videos? Well, the reason I do is because once you upload a video, the only thing you can change on YouTube are the thumbnails and the description. The video content you can't actually change. I could trim the videos so that that part isn't in the beginning, but it does tend to, depending on the number of videos, you have to make it into a new video. So I'm just leaving it behind the way it is because the channel link still will link to the correct channel. Rosa Shea says, think I had to give up a dog because we couldn't train him well because he was too energetic. How did you train Kopi? Well, she was a very energetic puppy. She was, I mean, crazy until she was about 1.5 years. She was a good dog and fairly easy to train, but the energy was still there. One of the nice things is I work from home, and I have ever since we got her. So I spent a lot of time with her. So I was able to train her more easily than I would have if both of us had jobs and that took us away from the house. I have a job, it's YouTube, but anyway, but if we both had jobs that took us away from home, it would have been much harder to train her and keep her as a good dog like she is. Samantha Warrior MC says, hey, do you think Kopi will ever get a friend? Because most dogs get lonely and want a playmate. That's why I have 2 dogs. Well, you don't think I'm a good friend to her? I think we are best friends, aren't we, Kopi? And no, I mean, I do want to get her one. Unfortunately, our apartment is way too small for 2 humans and 2 dogs right now, so we'll see. Jordan Payne says, do you think while you're in Disney World, people will recognize you? I think that's a strong possibility, especially since most of you guys know how I look now, and a lot of you guys at Disney or who are going to Minecon may end up at Disney a few days before, just like me. I do anticipate that happening, and I'm looking forward to it. Jake Does Games says, are you ever going to make a fan Skype or a server? I might make one of them, and I'll let you guys guess which one it is. 21st Century Block says, do you like sushi? If so, what roll? Well, when I eat sushi here in New York, I usually don't order any rolls. My favorite sushi place is really well known for its sushi and not so much for the rolls. And what I mean by sushi is like nigiri is the, rice with the fish on top. And my favorite piece of that is toro, which is fatty tuna. But as far as rolls, there is a place in Grand Cayman that has my most favorite roll on the planet, and it is the Perfect 10 roll, and it is so good. I'm looking so forward to it in about a week. Widgy6 says, how do you take a screenshot on a Mac? I have to open preview since if I use Control Command 3, it's a full screenshot and the editing is so bad. That's easy. If you use Shift Command 4, it will allow you to pull up a small one, and you can just put your crosshairs and drag how big you want the screenshot. Pink Noodles Emo Girl says, you've said you've been in a car accident before. What was the worst one you've been in, if you don't mind telling us? Okay, I was on my way home from visiting a friend in California. I mean, I was living in California, and they lived in Northern California, and I lived in Central California. And on my way back, I was driving on a 2-lane road. It was the middle of the afternoon, so it wasn't night or anything, and I was going about 60 miles an hour. Speed limit was 55, so a little bit speeding, but not a lot. And a squirrel jumped out in front of me. And you guys know how I am, kind of nice and stuff. So I decided I didn't want to kill the squirrel. This was a split second, and I'm like, I don't think I want to kill that squirrel. It was just like, oh my God, a squirrel. And I tried to avoid hitting the squirrel. And in doing so, I swerved too hard and my tires skidded and I spun about, I don't know. It's really hard to remember. I spun 2 times, I think. And then my car went off the road and hit a rock, like a boulder. And the boulder hit the driver's side door. Thankfully, the car was really well, or had a really good safety rating, so it didn't break my legs or anything like that, but it totaled the car. But the squirrel was safe. I did not hit the squirrel, and I ended up being okay. I had a slight concussion because I hit my head on the driver's side window, but other than that, I was totally fine. Very, very, very lucky, and so was the squirrel. Sugar Baby asks, if you continually ask a question, will you most likely answer them? Well, no. I mean, if you ask the same question on a few Ask Things and I haven't gotten to it, probably means I won't answer it because either it's been asked before or it's not a question I'm going to answer. So if you constantly ask the same question, you're probably less likely to get it answered. So the next few people ask about Minecraft YouTubers and UHC. So first of all, yes, there weren't that many girls in our UHC. And yes, in UHC Season 3, there will be more girls than ever before. The reason I think that there aren't many YouTubers or female YouTubers is because, well, there aren't that many female gamers. Gaming is more of a male-dominated thing, so of course there are more male YouTubers because there are more male gamers. Now, as far as when UHC Season 3 will be, that'll be tomorrow at 5 p.m. It'll go live on everyone's channels, so look forward to that. 24 hours from when this came out is when UHC Season 3 came out, and it was awesome, guys. So be camping my channel so you can be the one that posts first on the video and be one of the first ones to watch it. It is an awesome season, and you guys will be surprised at some of the people that we dragged in this season. Widgie6 says, since I'm buying Minecraft hopefully at some point this month, what minigame is easiest for the noobs? I think hide and seek is a really good one. It's not as competitive as something like the Hunger Games, and gives you an idea of kind of how the physics work in Minecraft with jumping and things like that. And also you can get a little bit of fighting in, but I think it's a fun minigame and you can still get points if you're not that good at Minecraft. So that's my recommendation. Leon3751 asks, do you like Chipotle? Yes, and thank you very much. I am now very, very hungry. Selena Chu says, think today at school a moose appeared. A real moose. Have you ever seen a real moose in your life? No, I haven't. I have been to Alaska a couple of times, but I did not see a moose while I was there. Where do you live that there was a moose at your school? That's awesome. Felicia4 says, think I know you get thousands of likes and comments. Is your mobile doing little sounds every time someone likes or comments on your video? And if it is, isn't that annoying? No. When I started my channel, about a week after I started it, I disabled all of the notifications for likes and comments and things like that because, yes, I was getting a ton of emails and it was getting annoying. All-Star MC says, think on the Club Penguin blog it says you commented on one of the posts. Is this true? Nope, that was an imposter, and that's one of the reasons I got verified on YouTube because you could see other, quote-unquote Think Noodles posting on other people's videos, and it wasn't me, so that's why I got it verified. Unfortunately, that does not transfer to the Club Penguin blog, so people can still impersonate me there. Ali Lee Film says, what exactly is roasted? Is it the same as you just got burned? Yes, that's just something that we made up, and I don't know, we just carried it along and roast, like it's like, oh, burned, and I don't know why it was roasted, but it turned out to be pretty funny. Poosh Pita Chowdery says, Dear Think, do you do the thing where you read and doze out and the words become really blurry? Yes. In fact, it happened to me yesterday. I was lying in bed reading the second book for Divergent because I never finished it. I'm really ashamed, but I did not finish the book. And the third book in the series, Allegiant, is coming out next Tuesday, which is super exciting because it's right when I'm on vacation. So thank you to the author for waiting until my vacation to put that book out right. Perfect timing so I can finish it. Thank you so much for being considerate. Cool Days in the Sun says, since you have an Apple computer, do you play Minecraft with a trackpad? No, absolutely not. It would be impossible with a trackpad. I have a Razer mouse that I use. Emily Print says, last week was filled with a ton of events like the revealing of your face. So here's my question. How did you react to all this excitement? Well, I tried my best to respond to everyone on Twitter and everything, but it was way too overwhelming. But yeah, it was awesome. Amazing. I've never seen so much hype for my channel. Wow, you guys are incredible. Riley Fernhall says, whenever you get armor out of a starter chest, you don't put it on right away. Why is that? Well, I will put it on if I end up with a weapon. Now, if I don't have anything to defend it with, I don't put it on because let's say you go to a chest and you get an iron chest plate, but no weapon. Someone's going to target you off spawn for that iron chest plate because they want it. And if you don't have anything to defend yourself with, you probably will lose it. Dino Boy 7 Video says, think I downloaded your world download from your survival series and saw something called the Cave of Wonders. Is that an Easter egg you made, and what episode can I find it in? I'm trying to remember the episode. I think it was episode 24, but if you search YouTube for Think Noodles Cave of Wonder, that episode should come up, and yes, it is kind of an Easter egg. Marley53113 on CP said, did you get the idea to build a treehouse by Captain Sparkles? Not really. I mean, I did watch his survival series, his original Let's Play, and I know he did build that gigantic tree, and it was modified by another group to become Jerry's tree, which is an amazing build, and I could never ever build anything like it. But basically, you know, I was in the jungle and running away from mobs, and I wanted to get away, and I thought that the best way to do that would be up a tree, so I built a tree house. Brian Gomez says, think, why didn't you say noodle on your Let's Play number 67? Well, sometimes I do recordings in a long session, and I'll record 2 videos at once, or 2 episodes at once, or maybe 1.5. So I find a cut point, and if I didn't say noodle on during the cut point, that's what happened. Christopher B. Harry says, why aren't you making bread anymore in Minecraft? Now I see you only eating cookies and melons. Well, I made all that bread, and it's still in my chest in my inventory room if you download my level download, but as you guys can see, I got a ton of cookies and melons from trading with villagers, so I'm just eating that stuff for now. Is up to everyone says you should have your amount of survival episodes equal to your Ask Think episodes. For example, when Ask Think 75 comes out, Survival 75 comes out a day later. Yeah, that would work if you guys would let me do 1 episode of Survival a week. Unfortunately, I know you guys want it more than that, or rather fortunately, because that means you guys love my videos. So I try to do Survival twice a week, and so it will get past Ask Think. And I think you guys like that better. Chloe Lee says, think, is it possible to do UHC Hexit? It would be so cool. Thumbs up so Think can see it. It is possible. However, I don't know how that would work out. Although getting the little hearts, like the Zelda hearts when you kill things and stuff, might work out. I may consider it at some point when I become more familiar with Hexit, but it is possible. Peter Thostenson says, hey, Think, I was watching Etho's channel, and he has lots of projects at a time, works on 1 or 2 whenever he feels like it. Will you do that now that you're done with the Sky Island? That's not a bad idea, and I do have a bunch of projects that I have planned, and it might make sense to work on a little bit here, a little bit there, and in each episode maybe do 10 minutes in one and 15 minutes the other, something like that. I may do that. Han Murray says, think, if you clicked on the dragon egg and it was gone forever to the point where you couldn't find it, what would you do and what would your reaction be? Well, you saw my reaction. because that's exactly what I thought happened. I really thought I had lost it forever and I was never going to find it again. And that would have been devastating because you can't get another dragon egg. I mean, I guess I could, I don't know, do a /give whatever the number is to me, but that is not the same as the dragon egg I got from actually killing the dragon, and I would have been heartbroken. Oh man. Jerry Potter says, hey Think, in Battledome, how come you have to place a block of obsidian? Well, that's sort of the second way you can win. You place the block of obsidian, and let's say we left our base and we went to attack another team. If one member from the other team went back to our base and broke the obsidian, they would automatically win without killing us. Justin XDFTW says, Think there is a recipe for diamond horse armor, but when I try and craft it, it doesn't work. Why is this? Well, that's because there used to be a recipe for diamond horse armor. However, that was taken away in one of the snapshots, and it can only be found in chests. Swanky or Pluto says, Think, what sensitivity do you play on? I play on sensitivity 100%. Zulimar Rivera says, Think, why not dye your sheep? That's a great idea, and I'm going to do that. I need to make like a little room down in my underground base where I can store each sheep with a different dye color, but I will do that. Another project, I guess. Another project. Alvin Yee says, once upon a time there was a noodler. He traveled around the world of Club Penguin, Pop Tropica, and Minecraft. None of the others traveled as much as the noodler. Then he came upon an abandoned lab, and he found a blueprint for Grazer, so he built Grazer. But then he disobeyed Think and started destroying the lab and started farting and peeing around the floor like a dog. Then the hive came up, and Think programmed Grazer to help Think on the Hungry Games, to be continued. Well, that is a great story of how Grazer was programmed, and I like him being a little puppy running around being bad. That sounds like him. Jesse is a messy says, Think, would you rather live in your apartment in Minecraft or live in your survival world in real life? Wow, that is a pretty awesome question. I gotta say, I would love to live in my survival world in real life because I love that treehouse. AG Lover 2003 says, my mom said I can't have coffee because I'm way too hyper. How do I get coffee? I think your mom might be right. You might want to tone it down a bit if you want to have some coffee because wow. All right, guys, that's it for this week's Ask Think. Don't forget to ask your question in the comments below. I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks for watching, and of course, noodle on.